welcome back to another episode of Hollow Knight. In the last episode, we finally dealt with all the Zode shenanigans. We lured Retta away, but you know, at least Zode does not get her. And if I don't get her, Zode doesn't get her either. So honestly, it was worth it. And we listened to him yap for, you know, about 20 minutes or so, but it was worth it. He taught us great life lessons, and that is that. Zode is finished. Nothing more of him. In today's episode, we're gonna finish the last side quest we have here. The Grim Troop. We have our little guy here, and we still have one flame to find for him. Now the thing is, since the very start, we have been given 4 flames that we could choose to collect, but we only need 3. And finally, we're gonna see why that is the case. So we have one here still left in the Ancient Basin, and all the way one in Deep Nest, which seems pretty easy because it's right there at the stack station. And I think that is actually the one I want to go for. But I just want to show you that this flame is just another normal one of one of these guys. The moment you defeat this guy and get the 3rd flame, the 4th one disappeared. If I just leave the room, he's gonna be gone, right? Oh, that was scary, okay. Now the reason I don't want this flame, like why does it matter, is because that 4th flame is a little special. It's actually placed very specifically there, I think, because it's so far away from the map. Because first of all, you don't see it on the open map here, but like if you zoom in on any area, yeah, you see it for like a brief second, of course, but like you don't see it on your main map anywhere where you click. It's only when you decide to click on Deep Nest or scroll all the way to the left here, is when you notice this 4th flame. And I've seen a few Let's Players actually completely miss that that flame even existed. So why do they want to keep one flame so hidden then? That's because we're gonna dive into our next choice you get, and a pretty big one at that. In the end, you need to do both because they both will give achievements. But yes, this 4th flame will grant us another choice in our adventure, and the flame is actually found in that useless little house over here. And upon entering this house, we find Brum again, the accordion player, and he looks much bigger when he stands like this. And let's make this quick because there's many spiders. You came. The red flame I've gathered from this dead kingdom, you would claim it for our master, for his final act. The ritual plays itself out once more. We are like the notes in an old song, you and me. Endless repeating songs of sacrifice, of servitude, for the ritual, for the troop, for the master. Even this child was born into invisible chains. So we serve, thus it has ever been, yes? Take the flame then. It is why you came here. So you get a free flame here. You don't need to beat anything. So even if you want to go the normal route here by collecting just 3 flames, you can still take this one, which is just easier. So keep that in mind. It is done. And yet, it is not merely by fortune that we meet here. In the darkest, furthest reaches of the world, where my master's scarlet eyes cannot see us. A song that never ends is no song at all. You take part in the ritual, yet I sense you truly have no master. Is it so? Perhaps together we can banish that livid flame and let this dead kingdom rest in peace. If you wish to silence the endless song, meet me where it began. But if you return to the master and complete the ritual, as long as you do it without regret, I will bear you no hatred. And this is where you get the choice. And dream dialogue? Yes, we are merely vessels for the flame, but were we always empty? So yeah, there's been a few NPCs talking about this, but this whole troop just keeps doing these rituals over and over again in different lands, and now they are here, and it just never ends. But Brum wants to end this, and he says we need to meet him at where we met. And that is exactly where you get the choice. If you go back where we met, and what that means is go all the way back to the Howling Cliffs where we started this ritual with the dead corpse right here. If you go back there, we can try to stop the ritual, and that is one choice. But what we can also just do is get the flames and return them to Troop Master Grim. Again, they both give an achievement, so you eventually want to do both. But for like the most interesting content-wise, you know, every choice always has a more interesting option, and this one as well. You just want to complete the ritual with the flames and don't want to stop it. Because this way, you get to do a very epic boss fight. One of the most infamous ones in the games. One of the fan favorites, if not the fan favorite. And a really hard one at that. So we're gonna do exactly that. And as you can see, the last flame is just not there anymore. And honestly, you should always go for this one, because this one is just straight up easy to get. Alright, let's prepare ourselves then. It is going to be a dream fight, so we get the option of using fragile stuff here. Let's use fragile strength then. We need the child, of course. Let's do some range. Let's do some health. Yeah, it's kind of hard to build this with the child. Actually, sprint master could be fun. I guess let's use that to walk a little bit quicker. And then grub song or nail master's glory. I'm not the biggest fan of using nail arts. Let's just do grub song. So without further ado, let's return some of those last flames. And yes, Brum is indeed not playing in here anymore. Once we walk onto the stage here, nothing happens, but we can walk even further. Going all the way to the end here, we hear a heartbeat, and we see Group Master Grim. I stopped myself there. It almost happened again with the Group Master Trim. No, Troop Master Grim. And dream nailing him will get us into his mind. And you need the child, by the way, otherwise you can't access his mind. But before we do that, because if we defeat this guy, we will no longer be able to enter in here. There is another secret room in this place. And I'm not exactly sure where anymore. But it is somewhere along the ceiling here. Wait, could it actually be that it was always like available here? Like, this seems like a different one. I don't see a way to wall jump. Oh, wait, hello? It seems like I'm going... Wait, I'm getting blocked here, but not here. Oh, this might be it then. Yes, I found it. Okay. So it is the second arch past the stage here at the left-ish side, right? Yes, or just straight up in the middle. And going up reveals another hidden room like we've seen a few times before here. Going up, I've never actually been here before myself, so this is pretty cool to see. We got like new textures and everything, like little planks. We have a room with a bunch of the audience faces and an entire like little set here. Don't know exactly what this thing represents. Nothing is dream nailable here. It does make a little sound. Mossback has probably covered this little room here. What does it mean exactly? It seems like the whole audience is fake then. Like this is all just made up of, well, like they said, the vessels that are just made to get the flames or something. Everything seems to be like a fake theater here and all set up. But that's cool. That's a cool secret room. So there you go. But now let's get into the real stuff. This is one of the hardest fights in the game. Of course, I'm very good at the game, so we might get it first try here. But I think this is considered top 3 hardest bosses in the game. Yes, not even the worst one yet, but we are in the dreams right now. So walk in here. We see some veins made out of cloth and fabric. We see some nice little lanterns. More veins. You hear the heartbeat is going. And we enter their heart here. And everything seems to be ready. Everything is pumping. And the heart opens up into flames. With the title screen, Nightmare King Grim. The dream fight of Troop Master Grim, faster, harder, and he does double damage. He has a few different attacks. Everything is spiced up now. He has the bats that go up and down now. Everything leaves super fast flames. You always want to just do one little quick jump for those. Spikes are back again. He does the flame towers now. The best thing is to just do a spell at the very fourth one. He does 4. You can bounce on that. And then you just gotta lock in and remember how to do this exactly. This is very, very overwhelming. This is also back. Everything does 2 damage, so this as well. You just gotta lock in, learn the attacks, because otherwise, you know, in the beginning it's gonna be super overwhelming, of course. You're gonna get demolished. But after that, I would say this is actually a very doable fight once you just know what to do. And I know you can say that for everything, but this fight is just very consistent in my opinion. You can also dash through him if you want, but I like getting away from him. And yeah, I have practiced this many times. One of my early videos as well, to do this hitless. And I succeeded actually. So I should be an absolute master. But I'm gonna shut up now and let you listen to the music. This is fire. The heart is glowing in the background. Okay, so 3, 4, and kaboom. This is his stagger, but I have all my health. Really solid. So you need to hit like the little glowing grim if you want to hit him at his stagger. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. I would say I'm actually like pretty much the most confident in this boss, even though it's one of the hardest because of how hard I practiced this one. Ooh, there you go. The music is going absolutely nuts, and it's also one of the few songs that has drums in it and percussion, just like the OG Troop Master Grim. Final one, I think, here. Final pufferfish attack. And you can still damage him actually with spells, so look at this. There you go, we did a little bit of damage. Not super worth it, but you can do it. Okay, here's another stagger. Come at me, foe! I ain't scared of you, bruh! A 1, a 2, a 3, 4. I like Sprint Master. It actually makes me very quick on my feet. It especially helps with the spike attack here, because you can readjust yourself real quick. I always had the most trouble with when he goes up with the fire attack here, because that is always super hard to align. But there you go. The Nightmare King Grim is destroyed. And thus we destroy their troop as well. Like, we could have, tried to banish them with Brum's help, but we could also just be absolutely epic and destroy them. What this does is they are gone. The tent is kablooey. It's no more. And with that, we get our final upgrade for our Grim little guy. He's now just... Oh, hello. He's now just a little stronger. I like his charm logo here. But at the same time, he's still a pretty useless minion. But he did give us a lot of companionship, and I love him. Symbol of a completed ritual, contains a living scarlet flame. It doesn't even explain what it does anymore. But yeah, he's just a little stronger, and he just has cute wings now. I guess I'm wrong, actually, because this will, quote-unquote still continue the ritual, because I think the Grim Child, is going to be the next Troop Master Grim, pretty much. I think that's how it works. We actually still continued the ritual. But we did it, and it was beautiful, and the tent is now gone. I still don't know what is updating here, guys. But what isn't gone is Divine's tent, and that is very nice, because this will make us able to still upgrade our charms. Another gift, give it... I don't want to give it just yet, because I know Fragile Strength is 15k, I believe. So that's that. But now let's do the complete opposite quest, which we're actually just gonna do live with commentary, because there's actually quite a lot to that. So, different save file, please. And we are back here with Brum. I have no flames with this Grimchild yet, but that shouldn't matter. Also, this is of course a little modded file, because my skin here, of course. Hello, my little skin. Some people ask me like, why don't you play as your skin? Because that doesn't change anything to the game, but at the same time it does. I just wanted to have the actual core vanilla experience, not even like a skin. Anyway, going back to Brum here, he has the same dialogue, but this time we are going back to where it all began instead. So we get that one, and again, you can also just do this when you have all 3 flames, of course, but with this one I have only 1. And let's go to the Howling Cliffs. So back here at the Howling Cliffs, back at where we originally dream-nailed that corpse to even spawn the Grim Troop. Don't mind this not being grabbed yet. Once we go back in here, we still have our beautiful flames lit. But we also have Brum. I'm not even sure if you need the Grimchild here with you. I mean, that would make sense, but at the same time, like, why would we need him? Well, let's dream-nail him first, because I think something is gonna happen right away when we talk to him. Master, are even you a slave? If so, let our chains be broken together. Yeah, what drives this whole ritual forward? Like, what is the purpose of this? And I think that's something we will never really know. Anyway, what's up, Brum? So, you followed me here, to where the ritual began. You would join me in breaking it then? It is painful to defy the Master, but our harvest, it profanes this dark, quiet kingdom. This once I would see the ritual fail. Now, let us destroy the anchor and banish the Master. Never shall he return here again. He breaks the core here, and just like last time, wait, can we dream on here? Master. Okay, yes. We break the core and we slash it just like last time. So I don't think we need the child. And break and break and we break and we slash. And the whole fire ignite. Light ourselves on fire. And we didn't listen to Zode's precept. And with that, it's just gone. It disappears. And if we look at our charms right now, you see that the Grim Child is gone. We actually banished the troop. There's no child anymore that could take over the role of Group Master. I wanted to say it again. Okay. Troop Master Grim. We killed it. And with Brum as well. And somehow we survived. So what happened into Dirtmouth, you may ask? So let's go back there and see what there is. So going back to town, the first thing you will see is actually that everything is gone, and even Divine. So if you choose to banish the troop, there's no way of making your breakable charms into unbreakable things anymore. And that's pretty weird. I know you banish them, but at the same time, it's like a pretty neat function that you're removing here from yourself. So it's kind of annoying that this gets removed if you choose to take this route. If you happen to leave some charms behind in Divine's body, you know, that you haven't paid for yet, don't worry, they will be dropped back onto the ground as we see here. Or even a charm notch as we see. Wow, that's pretty cool actually, I didn't know that. Because, you know, this is a save of course that I didn't do everything in. I just sped straight up to where I wanted to be. So I didn't get the charm notch with the first Grim fight. So that's interesting. So I guess if you never open the chest, you just get that charm notch. Idiot, grab your charm notch. Interesting. I never knew that. So that is the first thing. But the second thing is there's a completely new NPC here with a little accordion that resembles Brum. But it's not Brum. He's even cuter. It's Nim.
Oh, hello, hello. I'm new around these parts, so it's marvelous to see so friendly a face in such a sad town. The old bug over there was very welcoming, but still I find the place a little melancholy. What with the wind and the darkness and the sense of decline, I was hoping my music could go some way to livening up the place. And now you've arrived with that wonderful, charming aura about you. The whole town feels brighter for it. Before you hurry about your business, I have a small gift to commemorate a wonderful new friendship. No use for it myself, but I believe it looked rather fancy upon you. Please enjoy it and let's hope to see much more of one another about town.
With this you get a brand new charm which replaces the Grimchild, the Carefree Melody. This is the only optional charm you get here. And yeah, by picking this path you get Carefree Melody, but if you pick the other one you get Grimchild, and that is locked forever. Carefree Melody has actually a different cost here, cost of 3, token commemorating the start of a friendship. Contains a song of protection that may defend the bearer from damage. This is actually a very funny one. At the same time, really useless, but I guess better than the Grimchild. It is a gamble charm, pretty much, which gives you the option, also though mine is not being affected anymore, of not taking damage. Like there's a 10% chance, I believe, we took damage, but every time we take damage, the chance increases. So it does accumulate every time. So now it's like 20%, I think. Now it's 30%. Bad luck so far, 40%. And there you go. It goes back down to 10% now. But yeah, we blocked the hit. Is this worth it? If you're omega lucky, yes, this is very lucky. I got it again at the same time there. Otherwise, no. This is what people use though for like modded extreme bosses, because otherwise they get absolutely obliterated. I guess it could be useful for maybe for like double damage bosses, but at the same time, like you're wasting 3 notches for that. I wouldn't say this is worth it. But Nim, what else do you have to say here?
Ah, just marvelous. I'm so glad you'd consider my gift worth wearing, and it does suit you well. To be honest, I'm not even sure where I came up upon it, but staring at its design, my memory stirs. Something and someone forgotten lost far away. The specifics elude me, but a strange sense remains. Fear, but also longing? Like a strange nostalgia for something that never happened. I've no need for it in any case, so I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Isn't that weird? Because obviously this is like someone that continues the line of Brum here, but like he's not related to Brum at all. He has some sort of nostalgia. What could it be? This might actually be still the same Brum, because he doesn't have a mask anymore and something on top. He is smaller though, but like he looks exactly the same and has the memories of it. So this might just be Brum with lost memories. But don't count me on that. Just watch Mossback, I would say, or correct me in the comments. But yes, this is what happens when you complete the other path. And I must say, the big plus side for this other path is indeed the fun music you get here. I can't lie, that's pretty cute.
My dear friend, are you enjoying my music? It's as upbeat a tune as I know, but I must admit, even it falls a little on the sadder side. Please know I play it with joy. Being in this town, besides such good company as yourself, I feel remarkably, refreshingly content. And what are you thinking, Nim? Why did I choose to travel here? And how far must I have come to forget the origin entirely?
Yeah, see? This even leads more to that this could just still be Brum. Once you have the Black Egg Temple open again, so defeated all 3 Dreamers, Nim has something to say about that. Also, look at this is very funny. We're all just looking at the open egg. Oh, hello there, how delightful. The ancient kingdom holds many fascinating mysteries, and one of the most intriguing of them is standing right before us. A great stone egg lying in the Are you okay? I don't see an egg. I think he's a little delusional. Don't worry about it, this is not in the game canon. I am skipping through lots of little things. And then when you go back to Nim, he has something to say about it.
Dear friend, I heard a violent scream from below. Even my song could not mask such a horrible shriek. Was it pain or rage? I find I'm rather sensitive to such things. If you're planning to head down, please do stay safe. I'd be dreadfully upset if I forever lost your company.
Okay, that was pretty cute, but not worth all my time trying to set that all up. Okay, but yeah, that is Nim for y'all. So let's go back to the main save. And there you go, we are back. Sadly, no Nim, but at least we have So talking here to nobody. He's really cute though. And then there's actually kind of a sort of fun speedrun that Scurry did that I remember, where you try to get as many town NPCs as possible in here. And it's kind of interesting. So what you do is leave Bretta here, get Zod here, of course get all the shopkeepers, then get Nim, and then also not save Clav in Ancient Basin so that she sits here, so that you get like all the NPCs here, and also Tiso of course. A great little thing you can do. But yeah, that sums it up for the Grim Troop right there. That's our last side quest we had left, and I think we only have one thing left. But before we end it all off here, let's read about the Nightmare King. Twisted Spectre of Scarlet Flame. We got a quote from the seer here. The expanse of dream in past was split. One realm now must stay apart. Darkest reaches, beating red, terror of sleep, the nightmare's heart. So it actually is related to like the whole dream thing here. You know, nightmares. Makes sense, makes sense. Again, also another one that isn't required for the Hunter's Journal. As you can see, our total keeps getting higher and higher, but we're not getting closer to it. Before I fully end this episode though, there is actually an NPC that I want to go back to right now that actually reacts to our Shade Cloak. That is something we have not seen before yet. And yeah, you might know who it is, you might not. But let's go to him. I'm kind of liking the Sprint Master here actually. I feel very efficient. Like I never really gave it a chance. Like I never really cared about it. But like, yeah, I definitely feel faster. And maybe it's just how I feel, but maybe it's not actually doing a whole lot, but I like it, I like it. And of course, it's your boy Mask Maker. Let's see if I can actually uncover his lore this time, because he always talks nonsense and yaps in a very hard way. Get your mask off, talk to me.
Has it witnessed that truth most tragic? The worm's great shame sealed away.
The Abyss? Okay, okay, okay.
Now this kingdom's stasis becomes the worm's legacy.
Interesting. I like how Grimchild is actually like behind his desk. That's actually super cute. Hello? Can we talk about that? Okay. Still very vague, but I see what you mean here. But that's gonna be it for this episode. No more distractions. We did it. We have everything done we could do. There's only one thing left that there is to do, and that is to finally check out the guard in the palace grounds. So in the next episode, we are finally going to do that. Possibly get closer to uncovering the truth. Thank you all so much for watching here. I'm gonna make my little smiley face blush a little. How cute. And make sure to subscribe, because otherwise you're gonna wake our sleeping little baby here. And you don't want that. He is too cute. So subscribe.